The young people have spoken. But on the other hand, violence is not justifiable. It has got to stop so that reconciliation can start moving.
So you've got the rule of law, you have the freedom of the economy, both ranked the highest or amongst the highest in the world. You've got a reserve that's multiplied more than 4 times since 1997. Why are people then so unhappy? Why are people protesting on the streets?
When I was 10 years old, I came to Hong Kong. And although in between now and then, I was in the UK for 6 years, but I spent 10 years in the United States also. All the way through, I consider Hong Kong is my home. And this is why I feel very pained to see the destruction and the tension we have, the confrontation we have. It's very, very sad. I think there are multiple reasons, but the most important reason really is this, that as we went through over the last 20 years, the disparity between the rich people and poor people has become very wide, and especially 2008, after the financial crisis, it created a problem, not just disparity between rich and poor are made worse, but because home ownership becomes so expensive, lots of people, they don't think in their life they will be able to afford a home. And the uncertainty of getting their homes now and in the future is a hugely unhappy issue for any young person. We can understand that. And then also that our ability to provide jobs is too narrow. We have to have a broader economic activity so that the youngsters will have a better opportunity. So many of these issues, it came and we did not do a very good job at it. And as a result of this, young people feel particularly very unhappy that the community is so rich, why all the people cannot be looked after. We have the means to do it, some 450 billion or maybe even more now, reserves. It's being kept by the government.
On an emotional level, in your heart, do you understand why people feel so hard done by in this lifetime?
I'm afraid that successive chief executives, including me, have not been able to galvanize our society to get this thing going. The young people have spoken, and I think in a way we have to understand it. But on the other hand, violence, as they are now exhibiting every day, is not justifiable. It has got to stop. It has got to stop so that reconciliation can start moving. We have to make the young people to understand that the only way this is going to work through is let's sit down and talk about it. I have watched the many, many demonstrations in the past in Hong Kong. They were of large size, but always good-natured, always expressing some wish, and we've done well. But now, unfortunately, the demonstrations has turned to become very violent. And this is really uncalled for. The universities were occupied. They had to terminate their semesters early. Bombs were found in the university storage somewhere. Subways, railways, all being affected. And I heard that the tourism is down 50%. The restaurants' sale is down many, many percent. Presently, not only the livelihood of Hong Kong people are affected, but also the young people have to understand that for all these months and years endeavors, Hong Kong has built up a reputation of a city that is based on rule of law. And what you are doing is unlawful. This has to stop before anything else can start.
I have to ask you, in the United States, there is now the Hong Kong Human Rights and Democracy Act. How does it make you feel as someone who's been so close to America for so many years?
What the act has done is emboldened those people who are creating destruction in Hong Kong. And this destruction is serious. I can't imagine anybody would support this sort of thing. I spent all my life worrying about US-China relations, and to do what you did, United States of America, you put dents in the relationship because the 1.4 billion people will be very, very unhappy that you went all the way across the Pacific. You're invading on the sovereignty of the country. And it's just undesirable and not helpful.